Little bit of wind at the back of the Neil Cooper stand as Callum Cook feeds the ball out to the left-hand side for Brodie Patterson. He tries to skip back the way he came, lays it off to Ferguson, just about gets there. Wallace now to Cook on the edge of the area, wide on the left-hand side. Patterson thinks about delivering it, but then gives it to Ferguson, who does deliver down into the area, cleared by Wealdstone, only as far as Wallace. Back out to the left-hand side. 3 minutes in, it's goalless here on BBC Radio T Sport. Brodie Patterson to Ferguson at the byline, tries to cut it back to the front post. It spirals up into the air. Joe Gray swings a boot at it, but can't connect. I'm sure he will, as Cook squares it to the red boots of Luke Hendry on his debut. Finds Seaman running at his man, tries to go around the outside and drive down the line, but the cross is initially blocked. It comes back to Seaman, who finds Henry. Luke Hendry now to Crawford and Seaman. This is all happening on the near side of play. Space for Kieran Wallace to pick out a pass for Dieseruvwe. Fires it into his feet. Dieseruvwe gets dispossessed. The clearance is straight to Tom Crawford in a blue and white Pool shirt. 10 minutes in, 0-0, but Hartlepool United on the attack down the left-hand side. Cut back by Brodie Patterson. Gray tries to turn. Crawford scores his second of the campaign to put Hartlepool United in the lead. Earlier in the season, he scored his first goal in 18 months. And like London buses, he didn't have to wait long for the second one. Great build-up play down the left-hand side. Pools were patient. Gray laid it off to Crawford, who hit it first time and beat Jed Ward down to his right-hand side. 11 minutes on the clock. Hartlepool United 1, Wealdstone 0.
Well, just the start they wanted, isn't it? It was a good play, like you say, down that left-hand side, Rob, and then when the ball found its way to Joe Gray, he didn't panic.
So 14 minutes on the clock, 1-0 to Pools. Throw in from Seaman, cut back from Joe Gray into the 6-yard box. Crawford again, the shot blocked by Honorise. Crawford tries to dig the ball out with his feet. He's claiming he was fouled. The home fans want a penalty. The referee is not having it.
It looked like a penalty to me, Rob.
Comes all the way through to this near side. Wealdstone just playing with it on the byline, and Joe Gray has won it and wins it again and keeps it in. Great work from Joe Gray. Crawford in possession. Right hand side of the penalty area, clips it to the back post. Patterson nods it back for Ferguson. He had the opportunity to go by himself there. It didn't quite sit up for him.
No, I don't know why he didn't nod it back across goal.
Ferguson delivers into the area towards Joe Gray, headed away by Wealdstone. Back into the area this time from Wallace. A shot from Brodie Patterson after a loose ball bounced up.
The Wealdstone goal, and Wealdstone look all over the place. The defenders, like I said before, they don't know whether they're pushing out, whether they're going to drop off.
Oh,
now they're taking so many risks.
Cause their own problems in the back. Callum Cook picks up a loose ball, and his shot is saved down low by Jed Ward. Solihull Moors 1, Oxford City 1. And Gateshead against Oldham is the 5:30 kickoff in the National League this afternoon. Pools in possession with Cook. He combines well with Crawford. Cook just glancing his way through the midfield. Hendry now to Seaman. Right hand side. Puts it onto his left foot. Tries to beat the goalkeeper at the near post. Inside left channel. A through ball into the area now for Crawford. Circling away towards the byline. Just loses out. Just outnumbered there, Crawford, as he stretches for it again, and Wealdstone can clear towards Luke Hendry, who has the beating of his man every single time, but this time the ball falls for Ferguson in midfield for the opposition. The Royals going for a shot from distance, a little bit of fizz and swerve on that as it goes over the crossbar of Pete Jameson, and the Wealdstone fans behind the Pools goal celebrate a rare shot on target. Our other featured commentary on 95 FM, Middlesbrough 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, as Wealdstone give it straight away to Luke Hendry. He then launches an attack and just fires one into the path of Cook. He lays it off for Brodie Patterson. Back to Cook, 20 yards out, left-footed shot, but just skims across the surface, takes the power off the shot. It's absolutely incredible. Honestly, it must have been 7 or 8 times throughout the season, if not more. Joe Gray's done well to get round his man. Wide on the left-hand side, he's running inside the area. He's been brought back, but it falls to Dieseruvwe, whose shot is blocked inside the area. Like now. And Crawford squares it.
He's been good, Tom Crawford, and he robbed this afternoon.
He has, really bright, as has Brodie Patterson. Ferguson in possession, squares it to Cook, back to Crawford. He's always kept the ball moving, Crawford, hasn't he? And the one thing he's been, I suppose, accused of in the past is Joe Gray goes for a shot on, palmed away by Jed Ward, but a beautiful strike from distance by Gray. Ferguson to deliver this corner for Pools. Plenty of bodies in which to pick from inside the area. Crawford is there, heads it down, it falls for Onarise, and then is blazed high and wide by Joe Gray. And now Wealdstone going to do some running of their own. 20 yards out. Pools have plenty of blue and white shirts back, and Luke Henry is judged to have fouled his man.
Years of practice.
Free kick over the wall and wide of the mark. Thoughts on Luke Henry so far?
Solid.
Yeah.
He's been solid. He's had a...
composed.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can tell he's got a little bit of experience about him, can't you?
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing.
Looks very comfortable. Ball over the top. Manny Onarise just has to keep alive to this because he's been turned inside the area. And Campbell, good save down low by Pete Jameson, diving at the feet. Now for Charlie Seaman. Ferguson is calling for it on this near side, but Crawford instead switches it to Brodie Patterson. First touch is a nice one. Cook, through ball to Ferguson on the left, looks to deliver left-footed. It goes past Joe Gray. Dieseruvwe lays it off for Crawford again, and it's saved by Jed Ward. As Pools take this goal kick. Meanwhile, Chesterfield have gone 3-1 up against Aldershot. A heavy touch from Claydon takes him back into his own penalty area. Josh O'Meara is hunting for it and wins it wide on the right hand side. Lays it off now to Seaman, studs on top of the ball and fires one into the box for Dieseruvwe. It might drop at the back post, but Ollie Finney comes out for a goal kick, and that immediately, the impact of Josh O'Meara 1, Dorking 0, Eastleigh 0, Ebbsfleet 3, York 1, Maidenhead 0, Woking 0, Rochdale 0, Halifax 1. Pools on the attack with Dieseruvwe. Two black shirts in front of him, tries to square it into the area. It might fall for Wallace, whose shot was always rising low into the 6-yard area, but it's blocked and out for a Pools throw just up from the corner flag.
Should have went early. It was a good break by Crawford and a really good ball out to this left-hand side, and it was there for Patterson just to put it in the box. He had plenty of people running in there.
Ferguson curls one into the back post for Dieseruvwe! Rinse and repeat. Ferguson to Dieseruvwe, a combination that has proved its weight in goals so many times already this season, and yet it provides once more. Ferguson curling to the back post, Dieseruvwe leaping tall and proud inside the box to head past Jed Ward and make this afternoon a little bit more comfortable for those in the blue and white vertical striped shirts. Hartlepool United lead by 2-0. And I suspect Ferguson's assist record by the end of the season is going to be quite something.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? Because when you see them, you just think, keep getting it wide and keep getting it in the box. You've got someone like Dieseruvwe and now Josh O'Meara in there. You're going to cause teams problems the more you can get it in and around the box.
There's Claydon, midway inside the Pools half. Good sliding challenge from Crawford to just stop him in his tracks, but it bounces back the way of the black and white shirts. They come forward again with Alarakia, left-hand side of the penalty area. Alarakia, shot curling effort, and in off the post! And Wealdstone have a goal back. Alarakia, the substitute.
But he'd just gone too early. Got flagged offside. Oh, he just took that one full in the face, didn't he, over there?
He did. Claydon.
Was it Claydon?
Yeah. Who strides forward from the halfway line, trying to inject a bit of energy into this Wealdstone side. Olamola back to goal, lays it off to Ashley Charles. Now Cook looking to deliver into the area. Instead he goes short for Olamola. Shot from distance, and a big save from Pete Jameson, who had to push that one. And on the BBC Football website, thanks for being with us this afternoon. This National League fixture Just the third time these sides have ever met. And now a chance for Wealdstone, breaking inside the area. What a challenge from Manny Onarise. Right at the last moment, Onarise sliding in to deny Wealdstone a goal-scoring opportunity. That was an incredible challenge. Out to the left-hand side once more, into the 6-yard area, headed away by David Ferguson. And that was a last gasp header from Ferguson. Olamola, edge of the box, lays it off, a shot from distance, eclipsed the crossbar by Charles Barker. Referee Aaron Bannister checks his watch. Kieran Burton with this throw-in to go down the line. The hand is in, the referee has his whistle in his hand, and that is it. Hartlepool United see this one out. It should have been also more comfortable than it actually was on the afternoon.